Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Sahasi, and as you can tell from the title of this video, in today's video we're actually going to be talking about sun breathing. Now if you guys don't know what sun breathing actually is, which I'm sure most of you do, sun breathing is basically the most broken breathing style in the entire of the Demon Slayer anything. Like, this breathing style is so broken that it had Muzan on ropes. That boy was begging for his life. He was running, bro. But with all jokes aside, in today's video we're actually just going to be talking about when I personally think sun breathing will be coming out into the game, and different theories on how sun breathing could actually work, because the devs are obviously going to want to make sun breathing hard to obtain because it will probably be the strongest breathing in the game and everybody will be actually going for that. So they're obviously not going to have it like have a normal system. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it because I'm not trying to waste your guys' time. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is when I think sun breathing will actually come out, because that's probably why most of you guys are actually on this video right now. So when I think sun breathing will come out, I think sun breathing will 100% come out towards the end of the game, or if the game dies, because you have to think about it from a developer's point of view. Sun breathing is the most demanded breathing style because it's the strongest breathing style. So that means that most of your players in the game are gonna want the strongest breathing. So if you had the strongest breathing towards the beginning of the game, only in update 2 or update 1, people will stop going for the other breathings. Like, imagine if they released sun breathing and then right after they released stone breathing. Nobody's gonna be caring about stone breathing. Everybody's gonna be going for sun breathing because that's the best breathing. It's the strongest and it's the best. So that's why I think they're not gonna be releasing sun breathing anytime soon. First of all, they have to go through other breathings like stone breathing, shotgun American style breathing, you know what I'm saying? That's all I can think of right now, but I know that they haven't covered every single type of breathing, sorry. So they're gonna have to go through that first if they want to actually release sun breathing. Literally the only other breathing that people would most likely pick over sun breathing is actually sun breathing, and if the developers are smart, they're probably gonna release sun breathing and moon breathing within the same update, because it's just a 2-in-1 package. Like, you can't be really, unless if they're trying to milk it and rinse it, like rinse the player base and then release it one by one. So for example, they release sun breathing and then they release moon breathing in the next update. They could do that, but I'm more than certain that sun and moon breathing are only going to be coming out towards the end of the game. Or maybe another thing to consider is if the game actually does die, they could add sun breathing and moon breathing then, just to revive the game for a little bit longer. That is one thing they'll do because they don't really want their game to die, or at least they want the game to make some profit before it dies. So that's one thing they could do. But yeah, that's pretty much what I think about sun breathing releasing. Now what I want to talk about next is actually theories on how sun breathing is going to work, because in my last video you guys actually commented some interesting things, and that's the reason for me making today's video, because I'm not gonna lie, some of the things you guys said was low-key kind of heat. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is what Southboy Deck actually said in my last video in the comments. He said that they should make sun breathing in like 3 stages. The first stage you get 4 forms, second stage you get 8, and then the final stage you get the 13th form. This could actually be a really interesting thing, because I replied to him, as you can see. I was like, oh, they could add a hard requirement for it as well, like devour/polar items. They could honestly really do that. They could add some silly requirements to get sun breathing that makes it really hard, because first of all, that gives them more players playing the game, and second of all, less people actually have sun breathing, so it won't be as bad as it would be. Because if everybody has sun breathing, then it's not really anything special. But if they add a requirement, like for example, I'm pretty sure Drake the Yonko said it underneath in the comments, it could be a mode for Kamado clan only. And then they could have a crazy requirement, like to unlock each form you need to kill a certain amount of people, you need to have it maxed out, anything like that. And maybe for the 13th form you need to actually win an event or something like that, like a Yorichi boss event. They could add something like that if they wanted to. I feel like that would be hella heat, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, imagine a Yorichi boss event and you have to kill Yorichi and he's crazy hard and you have only like a 10% drop rate for the last move. In my opinion, that would make it more balanced than everybody just unlocking it and then leveling it up and bang, they have all the moves. I'm hoping that they do something like that, because that just makes it more balanced in general, and I think that's what everybody would want anyway. Because I'm not gonna lie to you boys, I don't know about you, but me personally, I'm not trying to load into ranked and then just get murked by every single sun breathing user just because I'm not using sun breathing as well. Like, nah bro, I'm good. Or to be honest guys, maybe it could be an event, like for example, you fight Tanjiro with sun breathing and Yorichi with sun breathing. You fight two bosses at once. That could be one thing you could do for like the last move or like the last 3 moves or something like that. Because I know in game right now that there's, for the last move for any like breathing or any demon art, you have to actually kill a boss for it. So sun breathing will 100% have a similar system, because I don't see why they need to change getting the last move killing the boss. I don't see really why they need to change that. It's a decent concept, but I feel like they should just make the requirement way harder, like way harder, so people have to actually grind for it. And not anything to do with levels, because exploiters can just log in, turn on that exploit button, inject that script, bang, max level sun breathing. So obviously they're gonna have to make it unique in its own way. And if we really want to get into detail with the requirement for sun breathing, maybe even you need Slayer Mark maxed out for it. Maybe even, but that's like way too grindy, I'm not gonna lie. Nobody's gonna be doing that. But yeah, that basically summarizes what I think about sun breathing, and I'm just gonna repeat again one more time just in case you guys didn't quite understand anything. I think sun breathing will come out towards the end of the game or when the game dies, because if they release sun breathing and they release it now or in update 2 or 3, all the other breathings will literally become irrelevant, because people want to get the best breathing. So stuff like serpent breathing, stone breathing, they could add that after and it will literally become irrelevant. So I think they need to go through every single breathing and every single demon art besides sun and moon breathing, and then add sun and moon breathing to make the game more balanced and make the game more interesting. I also think that sun breathing should have special requirements. For example, you need a certain amount of money, a certain amount of kills, you need a certain amount of items, maybe, or you need stuff like, for example, maybe Yorishi's old sword. Maybe they could say, oh, you need that to get it. There's a lot of different things they could do with it, but they should make the requirement crazy hard, because if they don't, well, I'm gonna just never touch the game again, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's basically this video. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like, drop a sub. I'm trying to hit 3k subs right now. I would appreciate it if you do. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.